thought it was kind of scary to see that he thought shared pointers didn't have any place in an API. So that's something we're violating in IncludeOS because we use smart pointers a lot, especially for passing network packets off the stack. So I definitely have to look into that because I'm really interested in seeing what these really experienced experts have to say. So that was an interesting comment.
Someone, it was Sean or Herb, I forget who it was. Actually, it was probably someone else. I'm just reattributing it. Gave a talk on how shared pointers are essentially global data, and if we're supposed to be avoiding global data, then we should be avoiding shared pointers.
Right. Yeah.
And so that might be something to look up. I cannot put my finger on when or where that talk was.
Yeah, so that's a really interesting thing for us because network packets in IncludeOS, they are essentially they have to be shared among several components. You can't do copying because that's kind of the first rule of writing an efficient networking stack is to do zero copy. So if you can't copy the packet, then you have to provide the packet to various objects in some way. And I think having a shared pointer that owns the packet, that's been a good solution for us. But it definitely has issues as well. So it's an interesting conversation.
We may be getting off the rails here, but I must ask, do you copy the shared pointers?
We pass them by value.
So you are copying them around?
Yes, we are.
You might want to look into the performance impact of that.
Sure.
Compared to just copying the data that it points to.
Yeah. Well, if it's a whole network packet, it's definitely potentially a lot of data. So that's our current solution, and I mean, part of what I really want to get out of this experience is to get feedback from the C++ community because this is a pretty it's a pretty radical approach to designing an operating system. So we don't presume to have the perfect solution for stuff, and we really want to get feedback on our choices. So that's also something we'll be encouraging on CPPCon.
Yeah, we may as well actually get into the interview, I guess, here in a second and talk about IncludeOS so we know where all this is coming from.
Right, yeah.
Right, so we already mentioned it a couple times in your bio, but what exactly is IncludeOS for listeners who haven't heard of it yet?
Right, so IncludeOS, it's a library operating system for turning one single C++ program into a standalone virtual machine. So essentially, it will turn your program into an ELF binary, which again will be turned into a virtual machine, a bootable disk image. So it's essentially a way to